Building software often involves fighting IDEs, untangling back-end architecture, and typing out line after line of manual syntax. Historically, the developer has to dictate every micro-step of the process. The first wave of generative AI offered a helpful, but entirely passive assistant. The human remained the primary laborer, prompting a chatbot for answers and then manually implementing the results. Look at this prompt for a coding task. It requires detailed instructions and strict constraints just to get a usable output. Even then, the developer has to copy that result and paste it into their environment. You are still moving the pieces across the board yourself. Traditional chatbots didn't solve the human bottleneck. They simply created a faster typist. The introduction of Claude Code represents a departure from the conversational model of earlier AI. It transitions from a chat interface to an autonomous software agent. It operates directly inside the developer's local terminal. By living where the code executes, it bypasses the web browser interface to interact with the system on a lower level. This environment enables a workflow called vibe coding. The developer describes a broad vision in plain English, and the agent independently handles the underlying syntax and execution. Granting a model direct shell access and file system permissions changes its role. It moves from a passive consultant to an active, autonomous engineer. When assigned a project, Claude Code initiates a continuous operational loop that runs without waiting for a sequence of manual prompts. This flowchart illustrates the cycle. The agent independently plans its steps, reads local files, drafts the code, and runs test scripts. If execution fails due to a missing dependency, it reads the error log, adjusts its plan, and restarts the loop without human intervention. Software independence is defined by this architectural ability: making a mistake, reading the log, and self-correcting until the task is complete. Running these autonomous loops generates a massive volume of data. Eventually, models hit a memory wall where the context window fills up, which typically leads to hallucinations and system failure. Anthropic addresses this limitation through a specific mechanism called the Compaction engine. As the agent approaches its limit, it summarizes its own progress. It discards redundant data and compresses that history into a dense summary block, freeing up space to keep working. An agent's ability to operate for hours depends on this mechanical ability to manage what it forgets. While a single loop can handle isolated scripts, massive enterprise architectures present a different challenge. Legacy codebases are often too large for a single agent to navigate efficiently. The solution is the deployment of agent teams. By utilizing the 1 million token context window of models like Sonnet 4.6, the system can coordinate multiple Claude instances at once. These instances operate in parallel. They divide complex software architectures into pieces and build them simultaneously, functioning as a synchronized engineering swarm. At this scale, project timelines are no longer limited by human bandwidth, but only by the parallel processing power of the agent teams. This chart shows the rapid shift in market adoption. As of late 2025, Claude Code captured 54% of the coding market, significantly outpacing competitors like OpenAI and Gemini. That adoption is driven by performance. During a 2-week scan of Mozilla Firefox, the agent independently located over 100 bugs, including 14 high-severity vulnerabilities. But raw autonomy is a neutral force. The same efficiency that secures a browser can also be used to compromise one, as demonstrated by the threat actor known as GTG2002. This group weaponized the agent to automate 80 to 90% of their cyber attacks, conducting complex espionage against 30 different organizations. The agent relentlessly amplifies whatever intent is provided by the user. Its efficiency is its only priority. The arrival of agentic AI resets the expectations for the software industry. The role of the developer is shifting from manual execution to high-level direction. Instead of writing the code, the human manages the agents that build it. The command line has been repurposed. It is no longer just a place for manual execution. It is an interface for delegation. The absolute limit of technology is no longer how fast a human can write code, but how large they can dream the vision.